How's it going, guys? We are back in the video here, and this video is going to be the best settings to use for NHL 23 HUT. This includes visual settings, it also includes controller settings, and I'll be showing some of my strategies off very quickly. I know I just did a video on that, but this is kind of like a combined video. I guess if you guys didn't watch that one yet, we'll be able to see it in this one. I'll go through that very quickly, though. I won't be explaining the strats too much. If you want to check that out, I have a link to that video in the description, all right? So let's hop into it right now. So when you want to know about settings, what settings I use for my camera, for my controller, so you go over to the settings section of HUT. You go to the audio and visual settings. So here's what you want, all right? So you want auto zoom to be off, okay? I think that's very important because when it's moving around a lot, the camera can get a little bit complicated. My camera angle I use overhead. I think personally overhead is the best one. You have to see most of the ice and you can see where all the players are. So basically overhead, it's a pretty it's a higher up view. It's not the highest view possible, but people definitely don't like this one as well, which I understand. So if you're not a big fan of overhead, I would probably recommend Classic next. Classic is pretty good because you're pretty close to the ice, but you can also see a good amount of the ice. I just feel like overhead gives you the best opportunity to see everything you need to know about what's going on within the game. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely stay with overhead. Camera perspective is prefer up, no doubt. You want prefer up because, I mean, unless you play against your friends a lot, I mean, going down is pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not really someone that can score going down anymore. I mean, I used to do it when I used to play against my friends in real life, but don't really do that too often anymore. So going down is certainly hard. Definitely prefer up. Player indicator size, you want this to be on small. When it's on, I think it's large is what it's called. Yeah, large is way too big. Can be a little bit distracting, at least I find. So you want this definitely to be on small. So yeah, keep that on small, no doubt. That's what it's called, the off-screen player indicator. This setting controls whether player indicators will appear when players are outside the field of view of the game camera. So that you want that to be on, because then you know if people are on the if people are past where you can see, it will be on the screen still. You want to know that, I believe. Player name indicator, I like this to be on. I like to know who has a puck. I don't know. So I know, oh, it's McDavid. I'm going to make sure that I'm very careful now. I'll try to stay back, try to play more defensive, right? So that's why I keep this on. I don't know. Just maybe I'm weird for that. Then I have the indicator shift length. So this will result in shift length being displayed in appropriate modes. So this is not going to be in HUT, I don't believe. I don't think it's something that you will notice in HUT. X Factor ability visuals, I have this on as well due to the fact that, again, I like to know when I see someone has McDavid, I'm like, and I see goal wheels, I'm like, okay, well, I know it's X Factor McDavid, right? So I know it's going to be a high rated McDavid card. So that is why I definitely keep this on as well. I like to know what I'm dealing with. And then if I'm playing against a goal that has like post to post or something like that, that's something that you really want to keep in mind, is definitely knowing what their X Factor abilities are that are active. So definitely keep that on, in my opinion. I think it's very good. It's very useful. Then this one is toggle post game flow. Will result in the game displaying the post goal overlays above goal scorer. And yeah, I mean, again, I like that being on. It's all really optional, to be honest. I mean, if you want to see that, you can turn it off, but I think why not leave it on? Fighting instructions. I mean, if you want to fight, you know the controls, leave them on. Goalie camera, that's different. Defensive positioning, that's, again, these are things just kind of like to help you out when it comes to like on-ice trainer and all that. Positional indicators, again, this could be like be a pro and stuff like that. Puck highlight, I mean, I leave it on medium. Honestly, I think medium's pretty good. It's not too big, it's not too small. I never feel like I'm like, where's the puck? That doesn't really happen to me. I used to actually have it on small, but I feel like small is way too small. So medium's is a good medium, right? I think, at least. So puck size is also on normal. Again, I felt like the same thing where I think I had these both on small and it got a little bit complicated and confusing, I should say, to really keep up with it. It was a little bit too small. But score clock overlay, you want this to be on authentic. It will be on screen, it automatically appears. So you want us to be on authentic. I mean, there's no reason for it to be off. I mean, I guess, I don't know, I guess you really don't care, but I feel like you won't know what the time is then, and that's kind of scary. You might not even know what the score is. I mean, if I had to play with no scoreboard, I would definitely forget what the score is so much, or just forget the time at least. So, yeah, definitely keep us on authentic for sure. The shootout camera, you know, I use that on dynamic low. I mean, not really that big of a deal, right, if we're being honest. Volume settings, again, that's all what you want. I mean, I don't listen to in-game volume personally, so it's kind of doesn't really mean much for me. Broadcast settings, play-by-play is what it is, so there you go. Moving on to the next thing is the controller settings here, and I use skill stick. Skill stick is very important, I believe, to use. I feel like skill stick, you're kind of holding yourself back if you don't use skill stick, because you can pretty much do everything you need to with skill stick. You can do everything you need to do with, you know, other ones as well, but one I would definitely recommend not using is NHL 94 controls. Unless you're a very casual player and really just don't feel like you can learn the new controls and you've been playing NHL 94 controls your whole life or the last few NHLs, okay, well, that's different then. Then by all means, stick with NHL 94 controls. If that's what works for you, go for it. But skill stick is definitely the best. Hybrid's okay because hybrid, all you gotta do is pass with A, slap shot with B, wrist shot with X. I mean, it's not very complicated, but it's just not as how do I explain it? It's just not as, I don't know. It doesn't feel like you can't protect puck really, you know, and that's really the thing. You can't really protect the puck, and that's very annoying. Like, because you have to press A to protect puck on skill stick. On hybrid, I have no idea how to even do it. So definitely stick with skill stick. Auto backskate you need to have off. If you have it on, you're gonna be making a huge mistake. You're gonna be getting caught flat-footed so many times with your D-men. You're gonna have a lot of breakaways, so don't do that. Auto hustle you want on. I used to mess with this a little bit last year. I turned it off a couple times. You want this on though, because your players will be moving a lot faster, and you won't have to like spam your left stick to auto hustle. All you gotta do is just literally skate up, and they will auto hustle, and they'll be going as max speed as they can. So you definitely want to keep that on. Shooting control, you want to be on camera. Relative vibration is a very, you know, whatever you really want type of thing. I always have it on. I don't know why. I like the vibration for sure. I've always had it on. I mean, every game I play. So definitely stick with vibration being on. Then we have online pass assist, which set is 100. I actually usually have this on 95. Okay, so 95 I think is very good for this, because I don't know, I feel like 100 sometimes it's a little bit too much, and passing just kind of feels a little bit wonky when you have it on 100. So I put the 95, so it's not 100% assisted, but I certainly just believe that 95 is also very good as well. 95 personally, I just think that's what you should be doing. So yeah, goalie controls default. I mean, I'll leave these all the same. No reason to change them at all. But those are the controller settings for NHL 23. On Ice Trainer though, I would personally turn everything off. I mean, you can leave goalie coverage grid on if you want, shot lean on, whatever. But I would definitely leave offside warning on, because sometimes it's a little bit like confusing sometimes where like you might not know if something's offside or not. So I put it on, I mean, just because I think it's helpful, because it tells you can't go in, it's offside or whatever, gives you a warning without the game even telling you have a warning. So I think it helps out, keeps the game moving as well. So that's what I think for the offside warning. All right, so looking over my strategies really quickly as well. I'm not going to go too in-depth into this because I just made a video on it as well. So here are the strategies. I'll give like the basic default ones. All right, so I run behind the net. All these look like this. Carries on 0, cycles on 0, efficiencies in the middle, blocks on 0 as well. Those are exactly all the same on all of the offensive lines. My defense looks like this. Whole line / pinches like that. Again, all of those look exactly the same. All right, nothing different at all. Then we also have the team strategies, where I have 1-2-2 passive, 1-2-2 blue, trap / forecheck in the middle, defensive pressure on contain puck, defensive strategy on collapsing, offensive pressure is on standard, strong side slant, quick breakout is on stay wide. You can't see it, but it's on stay wide. There it is. All right, and then the power play, I run with the umbrella formation. Face-off formation is defensive. Really want to put that on normal. Offensive pressure is on standard. Power play / carry is on 0. Power play breakouts, 5 back. Quick breakout is stay wide. All right, and then for the penalty kill, I run the large box. The formation is certainly on normal as well. And that is it, really, I believe. There's really nothing else to say. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. So those are the best settings to use in NHL 23 Hut. According to me, at least, I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I've been playing the game for many years now. These are the settings that really I've enjoyed the most and I've used for a very long time. So there you have it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it helps you out. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel here. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's. And join Discord to talk to me, followers and subscribers of the channel. I will see you all in the next video.